Hello. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing on this beautiful day? I hope everybody's having a lovely time zone. Delicious. Where's my face? Welcome on in, friends. How are we all doing? Hacksaw, I hope you're having a lovely Hacksaw time zone, which is like 2 hours ahead of me. Quill, I hope you're having a lovely day. D, how you been? Click, how was Dead by Daylight over the weekend? BP. Hacksaw, just so you know, I made a note to fix that. I have a pile of sticky notes that I keep lying around. It's like things that I need to do. It's on the list. That doesn't mean it's going to happen before Christmas. That merely means it's on my list of things to look at fixing. It's an extensive, ever-growing list, and sometimes things get taken off, but mostly things get added. Yeah, I got to watch you play Dead by Daylight twice yesterday, Click. I think it was yesterday. Time zones are weird, but basically I woke up in the morning and you were playing, and then I went... And later that night you were playing again. I'm like, this is winning. I'm having a good time here, thank you. I liked watching you murder people. You were doing a very efficient job. I think you were playing as the Doctor when I was watching you. Or for the most of the time I was watching you were playing as the Doctor. All that matters is today, tomorrow, the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to wait till February. Because if I play the beta, I'll just want to play the beta, and then I won't be able to have a good time playing anything else until that comes out, and I can't live with that. You can download it now on PlayStation. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But it's good to know that I won't get to see Dan or Yami for the next however long the beta's open for. And probably Cat as well. But that's fine. You have it downloaded? Like I said, I'll play it when it comes out. I'll probably have a good time, but I'm not gonna download the beta. I'm good. It's fine. Unless someone tells me there's something I need. I've been swayed before. But it's not currently on my to-do list. How was everyone's weekend? What did everyone get up to? Did anyone do anything fun? I didn't do a goddamn thing, honestly. Oh, hello, Cat. You downloaded it, you don't even know if you're going to play it? Axel, what is going on with your life? You got some Lego Batmans with your small people? Let me just assume the cat position. There is a cat here, in case you're wondering. You played the Splucky Squire, you got the plat today. Yeah, I was watching you play that game. That game looks fucking trippy as all hell. Every time I was like watching, like every like half an hour or so that I was watching you, like the more random and weird shit was happening. I was just like, what is going on here? Is the format of the game changing as you play it? Yes, I'm digging at your floof. Did you follow a guide or follow everything? Does it have a chapter select? Does this chapter select work now? I forgot how enthused you guys get about your platinums. Don't get me wrong, I get excited when a platinum is achievable for me. But most of the time, it's a no. Base game is Zelda, and there's heaps of mini games that are different. It looked interesting, and I'm pretty sure it's on PlayStation Plus, isn't it? This is a soft, warm cat. In case anyone was wondering, this is both soft and warm, and I get to touch it. These are some of my favorite things. I just wish he wasn't molting so much. I'm gonna need my keyboard to some capacity for video games today, but not a heap. The chapter select works for the birds and the art scrolls. Can't buy anything else because the NPC doesn't show up. So it's still broke. What's broken about it? What's it meant to do? Or what do you want it to do? Have you guys seen this cat? I'm very fond of this cat. Not be broken? I mean, I think you're asking too much, honestly. Not being broken is beyond most developers at this point. Like, why would you launch a functional product when you could just launch something that's broken and people will buy it and, you know, pay money anyway? That's just silly. There's small brain. Two of the trophies are buying all the upgrades and getting the artwork scrolls. Are they the ones that are broken? Or are they the ones that are potentially broken? Because you can only access the shop at specific points, and the shop doesn't reappear, so you can't purchase items. So it's effectively broken for Click unless he starts again. Is that what you're saying to me right now? Did I read between the lines correctly? Sleepy Ross is sleepy. Good thing for Ross, we're playing a chill as fuck game today. You haven't actually started the game? You know it was broken? Fair enough. You're so smart. I wish I did that sometimes. I often play games and then work out later that shit's fucked up and now I'm gonna have a bad time because I've got like a stupid broken save file. Yeah. I genuinely don't remember the last game I got a platinum for Click. I honestly couldn't tell you. Even on my Steam library, it's been a long time since I got like a hundo completion on a Steam game. I don't know that's an easy way to check on Steam either. Funny enough, we actually almost got the Steam achievements, or all of the Steam achievements for Section 13 the other day. We're only missing one trophy. If I hadn't managed to kill that mech boss at the end, that actually would have been all of the trophies for that game that are currently in it. It is, like I said, an early access game. It's quite good, honestly. I think I'd like to play it again this week, see if we can fight that mech again. But if we don't, it's fine. The upgrade system's not quite as... I don't know how I want to phrase this. I don't know if it's quite substantial enough. Like, I want to feel more progression than I'm getting, I suppose. Like, the power-ups and the perks that I'm getting just don't feel that impressive in that game. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, so it is the shop that's broken. Him not appearing. Yeah, okay. So the scrolls and the art change every chapter, and you can't go back and buy the old stuff. So as soon as you finish the chapter, it's gone skis. That's big poop poop. That's a big poop poop. Sorry, I'm expecting work-related emails. I'm going on an excursion tomorrow. I don't have any of the information about the excursion. So I'm sort of waiting for information as to what I'm doing tomorrow. My current understanding is I'm getting on a train and going to Melbourne. We're meeting the kids at the train station. And that's the information I have right now. I don't know if I'm expected to go to work first and then go to the train station. I don't know if I'm actually in charge of anything in particular other than just turning up and being a warm body? I honestly have no fucking clue. It's very weird. It's very unusual the way this has been run. The information was meant to come out last Friday. I emailed someone about it today. They're like, yeah, I'll get back to you this afternoon. It's 7 o'clock at night. Where the fuck is my information about what I'm doing tomorrow? What are you doing with your life? Stop that. I have needs. I need information. Ugh. Alrighty, so today we're playing a chill as fuck game. It is actually a roguelike, sort of. It's definitely a weird one. This is definitely a Ross game. I have actually played this before on stream, but it has had quite a lot of updates since I last played it. I lost my second match in this game, like yesterday. My second ever failure was like yesterday. I'm not stoked about it. I failed pretty spectacular. So I've failed two games in total. Yeah, this run right here. Fuck. I'd been like struggling the entire game, and I started to make a comeback, and then I made a choice, and then I doubled down on my choice, and it was the wrong fucking choice. I died in like 2 or 3 minutes after making that decision. Like my entire civilization burned to the ground. My people were all slaughtered and dead in the streets. It was definitely a majestic failure. So I don't actually know if I don't know how far back the history goes. I'm not imagining not that far. It's unfortunate, but so yeah, this game is a building game. So it's not quick. It's a slow game. You level up and gain experience, and as you level up and gain experience, you can buy upgrades for your settlements. The last time I played the game, I was like level 17, and I capped out the skill tree at that point. They started adding content, so they made like a levels 18 tier at 19 and 20, and I actually have some of the perks unlocked. Like I have this perk unlocked because this used to be the top of the skill tree, and they dragged it up and added in extra stuff below it. So I actually had this and some of these perks unlocked from earlier, even though I hadn't actually achieved those levels until recently. This is a game I've put a lot of time into. It's definitely a sinkhole game for me. I can mindlessly play this for a hot minute. I got 230 hours in this game. It's one of the highest play times of my Steam library easily. I don't think this is early access. It has DLC and stuff now, so I'm pretty sure it's a full release. Yeah. It's definitely a good one. It's not super expensive. Mind you, I feel like I paid significantly less than $40 for it. But it's pretty chill. Let's have a fuck around. You don't need to understand what's happening. Just know that I'm potentially suffering. I'll explain stuff as I go. Like it's not an action-packed game. It's not something I'd consider to be exciting, but it's fun and I like it. So what we're doing here is we're gonna go start a new settlement, which is like the levels that you play. You're making little settlements, try and collect as many resources as possible. Essentially, before the world is wiped out by a giant storm. That's why it's called Against the Storm. So I'm selecting what caravan to take at the moment. So I can take a caravan with humans, and these are the resources. We're gonna have the lizard people, again, resources, and the lizards and froggos. And I have boons over here that I can take as well. My nose is all snuffy. Gross. I think the lizards is possibly the best on offer here. So the thing is, each of the races has heaps of different modifiers, different abilities and perks. Each settlement that you make has a maximum of uh, three races that can appear. So if I pick this one, I know I'm getting lizards and froggos. The other two, I only know one race confirmed. You also have embarking bonuses over this side of the screen, which is kind of covered by Cat. Let me just get rid of this for a second. So I have 4 points to spend, and I have four additional boner points that I can spend as well. So this should be our second last run before the storm wipes out. So we're gonna grab these two perks here. This one is going to give us a passive resource. It's not the best passive resource, but I find it to be the most useful because you can use the incenses to deal with a lot of the events that occur. Beer or the training glaives would probably work just as well. I don't know if there's these two are probably interchangeable. Beer is always good because I just like beer. I have 1 point left. I'm not going to go over that. I'm going to grab the wood. We're going to go grab the lizard caravan. So there's an average amount of fertile soil for us to grow crops. This is the rewards we get for finishing the level. So these are the holdover items that we'll get that we can spend back in our main base. And these are the random effects that are happening. So there's going to be archaeology sites here by the looks of it. I don't know 100% what that does. There'll be lots of digging as well by the looks of it with archaeology sites. So we can get pigment from the trees, copper, plant fiber, and our wood, obviously. So trees are one of your primary resources. You'll see that in a few minutes. And these are the other natural resources that occur. There's a metric ton of different resources you find yourself coming into contact with. They all have uses, and different races interact with them differently or require different things from them, I suppose. So I just need to not fuck this up basically because my last run didn't go well. Well, it was actually my previous run to this, but it's fine. I don't care about this for now. This spooky one bad. Yeah, once we get to hostility 5, our villagers can just randomly die during the storm, which is bad. Production loss. We don't cut during the storm generally anyway, so that's not an issue. Villagers slow. That's actually not too bad either, honestly. Yeah, these aren't too bad. So, this is literally base building, by the way. This is, like I said, this game is all about me. This is a Ross game to the cows come home. There's a reason I have many hours in this game. Is that gonna take my fertile soil? So the little grassy area here is fertile soil. You can grow crops in it. Crops aren't necessarily the most efficient way to grow food, but they're renewable. So at the start of every level, I basically set up. So this game, you can pause quite easily. So I do a little bit of setup before we actually start the game. So the natural resources we currently have access to, we got some berries. We have some fertile soil. We can't do anything with it yet. We have some stone, which I'm expecting to find quite a bit of. And that's it. That's not a lot, honestly. We might pick up a patent so we can use this or not. The buildings you have access to change every time you play, within reason. So I have gathering resources. These are all basic gathering types. but no advanced structures. So I can only gather basic resources. I cannot use any of the large nodes that exist. That was just for lumber mills, in case you were wondering. So I build a herbalist hut and a stone cutters, like a stone quarry, for the resources, respectively. I'll also put down housing. I might also tweak the volume of the video game, because I feel like it's almost non-existent for you guys. When I play games by myself, I generally have the volume down a lot. Is it going to be under general? It's not exactly a exciting soundtrack or anything. It's just like chill vibes. Is that too loud? No, that should be fine. Alright. So we ended up with harpies and lizard people. All the chill. We have a lot of people. We got 12. All our little workers get straight to work. So there's a lot to look at on the actual display. These are all my like buildings essentially, and all my controls. I have the ability to select which trees to chop down. So the actual map looks like this. Each map is randomly generated. I'm sure there's overlap somewhere in the video game, but it's fine. Essentially, are these all? No, they're not. So these glades with the skull on them are dangerous glades, which means there's an event which can fuck you up basically. And some of the RNG on those is pretty rough. I failed my previous run because I cut into one of these glades. These are forbidden glades, and they're just big old nopes. You can clear them. Most of the time they're not too bad, but I got a really bad event, and it literally, I made the wrong choice and it slaughtered my town. So there's also the neutral glades, which are these small ones. Unfortunately, we're pretty much boxed in by nasty events, which is potentially okay depending on what our RNG is like. You can totally get shafted by RNG in this game. So the idea is you have a tool which you can use to select where you want your workers to cut trees. You have to expand outwards. So usually on the first year or so, or the first cycle, I try not to cut too close to the Thickums glades. Like I'm trying to leave at least a layer of trees over here. So as I put people in the lumber mills, they'll start hoeing away at this wood. Eventually I'll stop caring so much, or I'll just use them, or I'll just select specific areas when I want them to specifically cut through into a different area. But there's lots of weird little mechanics in play in this game. So you have hostility from the forest. As the hostility increases, negative effects come into play, especially during the storm. So there's 4 cycles. I'm not 100% how many it is. Essentially, there's like a calm season, a drizzle, and then there's a storm. And once the storm hits, everything gets fucked up. This effect comes into darkness, so all of your races get -4 to their resolve just by default. And currently, my harpies have 4 resolve, and the lizards have 7. If they go to 0 or below, they either die or abandon the settlement. Every time they die, it speeds up the queen's impatience. If you get to 14 impatience, you die. So to win, you have to go the other way. You got to increase your reputation. Increasing your rep generally decreases the queen's impatience unless there's specific modifiers in play. Like I said, there's a lot, but it's also not. I do have like a hub for resources up the top here. I generally don't do much with it unless I'm specifically looking for something. There's also tabs for micromanaging. Again, not something I use a lot. Statistics. So, not things I care about. The game does, however, have the capacity to speed up and slow down. We got harpies, so we're going to put them straight to work. Each, or most of the buildings have preferred workers, or like some different races have a boon to working in specific fields. So lizard people are good at collecting meat and working with like the hearth, so they're good with fire. The harpies are good at alchemy and tailoring. So this stonecutter is good for the froggos. They do masonry. Lizard people, not lizard people, beavers are specialized in wood cutting. They're one of my favorite races. Plus they're a hardy race.